Hi everyone. Today Salesforce Consulting Admin Training, day 29. Let's see what are we going to learn today. We'll quickly go through the previous session overview and then we'll talk about the creating letterheads and how to create a letterhead and what is the HTML using classic letterhead, how to create it. We'll see one of the use case and what is the testing process in how can we test the HTML using classic letterhead. And we'll talk about the custom without using a letterhead, how to create a custom without using a letterhead. And we will see one of the use case. And then we'll talk about the few HTML tags that we are going to use it in the email templates. And then we will talk about the lightning email template, how to create a lightning email template. And we'll have today's interview questions. So quickly, so what did we learn in the last session?
Email templates, email template folders, standard email templates, plain text template,
merge field testing process.
Yeah, merge fields also we have seen. So last class, I was explaining about the creating letterhead, the steps. So the steps are, first one is, in order to create a letterhead, we have to follow the below 3 steps. First of all, why do I need a letterhead? Because whenever we are creating the third option, so we have seen the text, how to create a text email template we have seen. Now the second one is HTML using the letterhead. So when it says using the letterhead, so first thing is that we need to understand what is the letterhead. This is talking about the classic letterhead. This is talking about classic letterhead. So how can we create a classic letterhead? So that we need to understand. Once we are clear on this classic letterhead, we can create a HTML using the classic letterhead. So right now we need to understand how can we create a classic letterhead. Now, in order to create a classic letterhead, so we have there are three steps are there. So the step one is, what are the images? For example, we need to have some header image and a footer image. You look at any organization or a bank, every company has a certain format, whether it is a IT industry or a bank or whatever the industry it may be, right? So everybody has their own letterhead. Like there should be a header image and there should be a footer image. So what do we need to do? Get the required image from the client or a Google image and store them into the local device. Basically, I need 2 images. So I have already downloaded these images. So the first one is a header image. So this is the header image. In this header image, we have an access band and then we have a footer image. So there is a footer image here. This is the footer image. So first step is get the required images. So we have a header image and footer image. Step 2, upload the images into the document object. Now document object, you cannot see in the Lightning. In the Lightning, it is not available. You cannot see them in the Lightning. For that, you need to switch to the Classic. For now, document object is not yet there in the Lightning experience. If you wanted to upload those into the document object you can able to see only in the Classic. So I'm switching to the Classic. Once we switch to the Classic, there is an object that we can see as a document. Now go to this plus button and you will see here the option, the object is documents. Now, this is a document object. In this document object, we need to load the two images, which are the images that we wanted to refer in the letterhead. We have to load it here. So upload the images into the document object. For that, add the document tab in the tab bar. In case if you wanted to add a document here, you can add it. How can we add it? Just click on this plus button and customize my tab. Now here we need to choose the document and push it to the selected tabs. Now I wanted to show this document after the customers tab. So now I have it here in the tab bar, I can see the documents. Now once it is added, click on the document tab and click on the new button. So here is the new button, click on this new button. Right now I cannot see anything because we do not have any files or any images. I have not uploaded anything into the documents tab. Now we are going to upload it into the documents tab. In the documents tab, it has a certain information here. Document name, document unique name, and indicates the document is internal, external available images. This is very important, externally available images. So if you select this, that means email templates or anybody wants to call this particular file, they can call it. In case this is not, in case this is a switched off or it is not checked, then email templates cannot be called this. So enter the document label, name, description, and a search keyword. Select the checkbox externally available this image. So that checkbox has to be selected. In case if we want email templates to be referred to this document, then this checkbox has to be enabled. Now you have to choose a file. Once the image is chosen from the local device, click on a save button. That is a step 2. Now here I'm going to load the header image. And I'll say that externally available images, check it. And the folder, right now I have only one folder, which is my personal document. So right now I'm keeping it as in my personal document. If you wanted to add a description, you can add a description, header image on letterhead. Now keyword, in case if you wanted to search any keywords, then you can enter here. Now the second step is choose the file. Now click on this and redirect it to the page. Redirect it to the page where you can see all the information. So here we have a header. So I'm uploading the header. So header PNG and then click on it, save. If you want to cancel, you can click on the cancel button. Or if you wanted to save, you can save it. So I have saved I clicked on the save button. It is saving the record. Now you can see here header and PNG file, image or PNG. This file is accepted only image or PNG. And it is 1204 bytes. Now quickly, let me go to the company's information. What is the file storage here? What is the file storage in developer edition?
20 MB. Oh.
How much is the file size? 20 MB. So 20 MB, data is 5 MB. So right now, whatever we have loaded, it's just a byte. So that should be all good. Similarly, I'll be creating the footer. So click on a new and select the footer. Externally available images. So you can add a description here, footer image. Footer image for letterhead.
No, instead of this, we are creating document and we are uploading images over here, right? So instead of that, can we do static resource like as we did before?
Instead of this?
Static resource, there is an option, right?
Okay, yeah. So we'll see that. Okay, click on choose file, click on a save button. Now the second step is done. Okay, second step is loading the files into the document. Now the third step is I need to create the letterhead by placing both the images. Now in order to create a letterhead, now we have all the information here. So let's go to the setup and here search for a communication. Search for communication. So inside the communication template, we have a option called classic letterheads. Option called classic letterheads. So far we have done the email templates. Right now what I'm doing is I'm clicking on the classic letterheads. So click on that classic letterhead. When I click on the classic letterhead link, it is going to give me the certain information here. So classic letterhead, if you observe this has a logo, company logo here. There is a header and there is a footer, and in between I have a content. In between there is a content. Now it says that set up letterhead to standardize the look and feel of the HTML email templates. So this is just an information. So I'm going to ignore this. So click on a next button. Now, right now we are going to create a letterhead. So in order to create a letterhead, click on the new letterhead. Click on new letterhead. Let's say that this is a letterhead template. Letterhead template. Now, if you want to add a description, you can add it. Now, this is available for use. So 3 options are mandatory, available for use, letterhead label, and the unique name. So in case if you uncheck this, wherever you are calling this letterhead, which is not possible to call this particular letterhead because it is not available for use. So always check this in case if you need this letterhead anywhere. Now click on a save button. Once we click on a save button, it is going to give you the certain information here. It is going to give you the certain information. On the second step, you need to customize the look and feel of your letterhead below. Now just observe here. This is my header on top. This is header on my top. And then below I have a footer and this is my content. This is my content. Now letterhead is basically kind of a format. Now, if company wants to give you the letter or your joining letter, whenever they are giving the joining letter, so they will have a proper set of formatted papers, right? In that paper, there is always header and bottom footer will be there. It's not a soft copy. I'm talking about hard copy. So whenever you join a company, they will give you the hard copy where it has a CEO signature and your signature will be there. And this has a certain format of header and certain format of footer, and there are stamps will be there. So this kind of a paper is a hard copy paper, right? So similarly, what we are doing is I am going to build a hard copy paper here. A letterhead paper, I'm going to build it so that the organization can use this format of the letterhead in case if they wanted to send it to anybody from the company on behalf of the company. If they wanted to send any email, they will use this letterhead. Now in this letterhead, the first option, if you see the first option, this is edit background color. Edit background color. So right now, if you observe this, my letterhead background color is somewhat gray color. Now, in case if you wanted to change, for example, your company, every company has a certain color. So like Salesforce has a blue color or Axis Bank has a red color, right? In case if you wanted to use any of this color, what you can do is you can click on this edit background color, click on a OK, so that it will be reflected background color. It will be reflected background color. Now, in case if you wanted to change, again, you can click on this and you can modify it. Again, you can click on this and click on this icon and then click on this. Okay, so there is a icon will be available here. So there is a color icon, background color icon is available. Just click on that so that you will be able to choose the background color. Now, the background color is done. The next one is, here it is, edit properties and the select logo. And I have a remove logo. 3 buttons are available. 3 buttons are available. Now, first I'll go with select logo. First I'll go with select logo. When I click on a select logo, when I click on this select logo, what it is saying me, it is going to give me the information from the document folder. It does not give me the static resource. The static resource one, it will not give. It is going to search only in the document. That's the reason we have not uploaded the files in the static resource. Letterhead is always look at the files in the document. It does not look at the static resource. Is that clear? Somebody asked a question.
Yes.
So it is always look at the document folder in order to pull the file. So that's the reason we have uploaded the files into the document. Now I'll use here header. I'm just clicking on header. As soon as I click on a header, I can see the header is added on the top. Header is added on the top. Now, in case if you wanted to modify this header, then click on this edit header properties. When you click on a edit header properties, by default, it is a left top and height is 100 pixel. Now, in case if you wanted to change, for example, you wanted to place it in the bottom. Bottom in the sense, in the header, bottom you wanted to place it. So it will slow down. It will come in the bottom. In case if you wanted to place in the middle, you can choose the middle. For now, I'm going with the top. Right? So in case if you wanted to do the alignment, left alignment or right alignment, or you wanted to place it into the center, so horizontal alignment, you can do it here, center. And in case if you wanted to change the color of that, you can change it by clicking on this background color. Right now it is a white. Okay, so in case if you wanted to change that color also, it is available. Now I'll place it on the header, and this one in case if you wanted to remove the logo. Now that is the header. Now next one is a footer. Next one, similar steps I'm going to perform in the footer. Footer, select a logo. I'm going to click on the select logo and I'll choose the footer that is available in the document file. So it is showing on top. So let me click on edit properties. So instead of a top, I'll choose it bottom and click on OK. Now this is my footer. Now we have a edit middle line. There is a thin line here. It is available. So basically I do not want a line. So in case if you do not want a line, so what you can say, in case if you want it, just use a 1. And if you want a different line, like a red color, because the logo is also red color, then you can go with a very thin line. Similarly for the edit top line. Edit top line, I'll just choose it as a 0. And the line color will be white color. Perfect. Now, in case if you wanted to modify the body color also, the content, the whatever it is there, right now it is a white color. In case if you wanted to change, you can change it. So for me, white is fine. So I'll go with the white. Now you have an option to preview. When you click on a preview, it is going to take you to the next page. and you will be able to see how your letterhead is going to look like. Invalid. Okay, fine. So let me click on save. Now, so this is how it is going to look like. So this is the header and this is the footer, and there is a line is available. Let me remove this line. Now edit properties. Not the properties, edit. Letterhead. Now I'm going to remove the thin line. So this bottom line also I'm going to remove it. So which is a white color, and let me change this to 0. Click on OK. Similarly, middle line also I'm going to change it. So 0, and the color is white. So click on OK. Now click on a save button. Now you can see the format. So this is the same printout, the hard copy. Whenever the company is write some information on this letterhead, and they will write some information and they will give you the hard copy. Right, this is my copy of the letterhead. Now the letterhead creation is completed. Letterhead creation is completed. Now we can go to the actual email template we can create it. The actual email template we can create it. So I'll switch it to the Lightning. So we are done with the third step. Placing the header footer on the letterhead. Step is completed. So letterhead like this, the whatever we have created the letterhead, like this you can create a multiple letterheads. As many as there is no limitation on that, you can create multiple letterheads. So we can configure one or more letterheads in the organization. And all the letterhead information will stay into the object called letterhead. There is an object called letterhead. And while creating the HTML email template, we should have this letterhead. Now we are going to create a HTML email template. So whenever we are creating the HTML email template, we have to use the letterhead. So let's go ahead and see one of the use case. How can we create a HTML using the classic letterhead? So scenario is configure the HTML type of email template to notify the hiring manager upon onboarding it. That means I have a hiring manager object is there. Okay. So let's assume that we have a hiring manager. Let's assume that there is a new person is joining in the company, which is a HR is joining in the company. Whenever that person, or let's assume that not only the HR, whoever is joins it, whoever is joining the company, we get a onboard email, like welcome to our company, right? So kind of a welcome email, you will receive it. Whoever is joins the company, they will have a onboard email. Similarly, here also, let's assume the scenario is the HR is joining here. Whenever the HR, anybody joins here, they should get an email saying that your onboarding is today and welcome to the company. So that kind of a email should get it from the Access Bank. So in order to get that, so email subject is congratulations, the hiring manager name, whoever the HR person is joined. So congratulations, HR name, welcome on board. So email content will be dear hiring manager here. Wherever I kept the greater than and less than, there I'm going to use the merge fields. Wherever you see the greater than and less than, here I'm going to use the merge fields. So welcome on board. Thanks for joining our organization. And we'll have some information about the HR hiring manager details, like what is their ID and what is the name of it, which location. And in case if they have any question, they can contact us and we'll have a email from Axis Bank, and this is the URL. So this is the use case. For this use case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a HTML email template. Now let's go ahead and click on a setup. Search here classic email template. Classic email template. Now let's go ahead and create a new email template. Now this time I'm going to choose the second one, HTML using classic letterhead. HTML using the classic letterhead. Click on next. Now, available for use, yes. And the email template name, let's say this is onboarding notification. And here the classic header, classic letter header. See, this is very important. Two things are important whenever you are creating the HTML email template. So the first one, it is mandatory, is classic letterhead. So you need to create a classic letterhead. But now we have created a letterhead called letterhead template. So I'm choosing the letterhead. Now email layout, which type of a layout do you want to go for it? So if you click on here, view email layout. So what will happen is it is going to give you the different option. If you want a free form letter, then it is a simple plain text. If you want formal letter, like there is a header and gap and there is a footer gap and you have a content. Or if you want to go for a promotion, right and left side, right? Or if you want to promotion left side, or you want a newsletter, in the newsletter header will be there and the body will be divided into the 4 content pieces. If you want a product wise, so this is the product 1 and the description, product 2 description, product 3 description, and product 4 description. For now, I'm going with the free-form letter. Free-form letter. Now encoding, by default, it is a encoding UTF-08. We have a different options. Like if you want to build it in the Japanese, Korean, traditional, or Chinese, which are the one you wanted to go for it, you can go for it. But by default, we use the Unicode UTF-08. Now we are creating the HTML email template for the hiring manager, onboarding of the hiring manager. Onboarding of the hiring manager. So I'll use onboarding notification. Now subject is, we have a subject. So congratulations, hiring manager, welcome on board. So let's say congratulations, right? Welcome on board. Here I'm going to use the hiring manager name. Now I know how to use it. So curly braces, exclamation. What is the
hiring manager
underscore underscore C
dot name.
So let's get the API of that object. Right, so let me go to the letter classic, and here I'm going to use hiring manager dot name. Now click on a next button. Click on next button. Now this is your letterhead format. This is your letterhead format. Now, whatever you see here, this is backside, you have a letterhead. On that, you need to write certain text here. Right? So here, congratulations, hiring manager. In case if you feel that this is incorrect, what you can do is you can go here on top. We have a merge fields. So you can search here hiring manager fields. And the select field, I need a name. Now this is hiring manager name. So you can copy that and paste it here.
Ma'am, why not, I mean, V dot hiring manager or just exclamation hiring manager?
Just exclamation. V dot, we do not use it. V dot is used only in the, whenever you are coding it. So whenever you are doing the coding part of it, that time we use the V dot. In the configuration, for the merge fields, configuration side, we do not use the V dot. Now here, let's say that dear hiring manager name, and let's say welcome on board. Thanks for joining the organization. Now here I'll say welcome on board. I'll say that welcome on board, which is a bold color, and I can change the color of, let's say, blue. So welcome on board. Thank you for joining the organization. Now we are pleased to inform you that your HR record has been created. That in system. Now details. Let's say that hiring manager ID and hiring manager name. And similarly, we have a location. Now, these three is enough. I'll say that please contact on the below address. If any queries. And then finally we'll say thank you. Access Bank and visit us. We'll give the http:// let's say carrier.accessbank.com. Now this one, I'll make it as a hyperlink. So this is hyperlink, and which is in the red color, which is an Access Bank. Then I'm going to add the hiring manager ID. So here I need to take the ID. So record ID, select the hiring manager ID, and then name. I have a name here, so I'm going to take the name.
That owner ID, what was that?
Owner ID, we have a owner ID.
That also like hiring manager.id or like some.
No, it is a owner ID. It's a hiring manager owner ID. And then we'll have a location. So let's go and take the location. Now these are the details. So now what I'll do is I'll format this into the bullet points. So it will look good. Welcome on board. That is fine. And I'll just make this hiring manager as a different color ID. Let me go with this, which is a bold. And similarly, hiring manager name. I'll use a different color and the bold, and the location, different color, and the bold. Now these are my information. Now here, if you observe, I can apply the styling, I can apply the text color, underscore, or images, or if I wanted to insert any link, I can do it. If I wanted to insert any image, I can insert it. So many options which we can perform it in the HTML email template. Now click on a save, or click on a next button. So once we click on a text button, just click on a save. Now, this is how you will see the email. This is how you will see the email. Now, in case if you wanted to modify, here there are two options are there. Here there are two options are there. If you observe this, these two options you will not see in the plain text. One is edit HTML version. Second one is edit text version. Edit HTML version, edit text version. So what will happen if I click on a edit HTML version? If I click on a edit HTML version, in case if you have added, right? In case if you have added any HTML codes, we will see that what is the HTML tags. So in case if you have added any HTML tags, you can modify that here. Okay. So once you click on a save button, right? So it will bring you back. But if you click on a edit text version, right now we do not have a HTML tag, so you will not see. So here, if you observe this text body, so there is nothing is here for the edit text. There is nothing is here for the edit text because we have to click on this. If you click on this copy text from HTML version, so if you click on this, warning, all existing text version content will be overwritten. Are you sure? So in case if you wanted to overwrite, you can overwrite. But in my scenario, I have images and I have some data which is there. So I do not want to overwrite. But usually what you will do is, in case if you do click on OK, so it will be displayed as normal. It will be displayed as normal text form. And if you click on a save, what will happen? It is going to show you in the right. In case right now, if you wanted to modify any other, you need to copy both of them. Like in case if you change any text version here, in case if you change text version, please contact, instead of on the below address, your manager, in case if you have any queries. Now click on save. Once you click on save, if you have not modified, if you have not clicked on the copy to HTML email format, you will not see the latest update here. Whatever you have changed in the text version, you will not see here. Because whenever we make any changes in the text version, you have to click on copy text from the HTML version, right? So you cannot modify this. You have to modify the HTML version, then you can say that copy text from HTML version. So in case if you wanted to modify anything, first you need to modify the HTML version, then only you can copy to the text version. In case if you are changing directly on the text version, it will not be reflected here. It will not be reflected here. Now let's go ahead and test it. For the testing scenario, so we need to click on the send test and verify the merge fields. So just click on this send test and verify the merge field. So click on this. So right now we are looking for the object called hiring manager. Let me take the hiring manager here and let me choose a record. So let me take the information, whoever is having the information, like Akash has the classic. The location is available. So let me take the location. So let me take the Akash record that has all the information. Hiring manager, click on the lookup, Akash, and then I'm going to send it. Click on OK. So once it is click on OK, now here also it will be reflected. So you will be able to see the email similar like, Dear Akash, welcome on board. Thanks for joining our organization. And this is my hiring manager ID and hiring manager name and the location. Now this is how you are going to see in the email. This is how you are going to see in the email. Right? Now that's about the HTML template using the classic letterhead. Any questions on the letterhead and HTML using classic letterhead? Any questions? Okay. So homework.
Swapna.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this document object is available only in classic mode, right? We cannot see it in the lightning mode.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
There is a sales. It is already raised to Salesforce. Okay. So they are in the process, but right now we do not have that.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay. So
this letter format will, only one, it will be visible for only one.
You have to create that letterhead only for one time. And you can use that letterhead for multiple email templates.
Okay. Okay.
Like similar, like whenever you join a company, you will have a hard copy of the company, which is a letterhead hard copy of the company of joining letter, right? And then you will have some more documentation. And similarly, when you are releasing it, so that time also you have some format of the hard copy of releasing letter. And in case if you have a hike letters is also on the standard email template letterhead. So that letterhead can be used for the joining, for the hike letter, for the releasing, whatever is happening in the company. If on behalf of company you wanted to give any hard copy to the employees, so what you can do is you can use that letterhead for the multiple purpose.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Now moving on, homework. Configure the HTML type of an email template to notify the candidate upon creating the record. So we have an object called candidate. So we have an object called candidate. Whenever the record is created, notify this candidate saying that your record is created in system. So email subject. So for that, you need to create a letterhead. So take any letterhead. You can take Axis Bank, or what you can do is if you do the Google search, you will get it. Okay, so just do the Google search, you will get it that. So any letterhead and a footer, you take anything. Even Salesforce also, header and footer you can take. Any image you can take it off the Salesforce, that should be fine. Implement the letterhead with that header and footer. And if you wanted to add any background color, you can add it. And email subject, mention congratulations, candidate name, welcome on board. So email content will be, dear candidate name, thank you for showing interest on the position. We are pleased to inform you that your record has been uploaded in our HR portal. So details are candidate ID, candidate name, and the candidate location. And please contact on the address if you have any questions. So it is from the Dell company, careers.dell.com. So this is the homework. This is the homework. Now, moving on to the custom without using the letterhead. Custom without using the letterhead. Why Salesforce came up with this option? When we have a HTML using the classic letterhead, the Salesforce also came up with custom without using the letterhead. What might be the reason that Salesforce has came up with custom? Now, if you observe this, like I'm clicking on the again send button, right? So I'll select the hiring manager here. And let me select this. Now, whenever you observe this, there is an email that goes out, right? So whenever the email is going out, if it is a normal Gmail account, that should be perfectly fine. But if it is a company's account, assume that I have a ICICI bank. Now there is a ICICI bank members are available. Now this is my ICICI bank LAN network. Like in the bank office, like IT is fine. Everybody is working from home. There is no restriction. You can work it from the home. There is no restriction. But the bank employees has to go to office. They cannot work from home. If they wanted to monitor customer details, or they wanted to check the customer account balance, or they wanted to check the customer information, anything which is related to the customer information, what they have to do is they have to go to office. They cannot work from home. So everybody, like if multiple people are working in the bank, even if it is on holiday, if you have any issues with the customer or anything, they cannot work on the Saturday. They cannot open the whatever the restriction, the org is there. Okay. So ICICIbank.com, that is fine. ICICIbank.com that is for the users. For internally, there is a development will be there. Internally, there will be a development will be available. So in case if you wanted to go and debug, research something about the particular customer, let's assume that there is a customer who reported that they have transferred the amount. So when they have transferred the amount, so the person did not get the email or a message. The person did not get the email or a message. So what he has done is he has raised a ticket. The person has raised a ticket. Now, when the person has raised a ticket, the bank employee cannot work from home in order to resolve that particular issue. The person has to come to office and they have to connect their laptop with the LAN. They have to connect with LAN. So that means there is a local area network which is available. They have to connect with their bank network. So then only they can start working on the issue. So like this, in the bank company, there are multiple people who are working in the multiple employees who are working in the bank. Let's assume that I have a customer. I'm working for a different company. Let's assume that I'm selling, for example, I'm selling a refrigerator. Okay, I'm selling a refrigerator. So my customer is, who is a bank employee. My customer is bank employee. Now, whenever the person came to my shop, so he gave, the person has given his company email ID. The person has given me the company email ID. This person has given me the company email ID. So let's assume that company email ID is So the company email ID is, let's assume, Rohit@ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank. So the person name is Rohit, and this person, whenever he came to see the refrigerator, so this person has given his bank the official email ID. Now, I wanted to send an email. Which is a HTML email template. That means which I have a letterhead. Where it has a certain the header format and certain the footer will be there. Right here, I have a footer, and then the content will be there in the middle. So this email I wanted to send. This is HTML using classic letterhead. Okay, I'm sending an email to Rohit, who is working in the ICICI Bank. Now, when this person is working in the ICICI Bank and he gave me that his official email ID. Now, this person, now if I wanted to send an email, I have already sent an email. Whenever I sent an email to that person, before reaching to him, there is a firewall. So this firewall is restricted. Firewall is restricted. Basically, before it reaches to anybody, if you are receiving any email from outside of the company, and if that email has any kind of a bad URL, or there is a virus within the email, or anything which is going to affect the company, because it has to touch the LAN and it has to go to that person. So before touching the LAN, first it will go to the firewall. So what firewall will do? Firewall will reject that email. Saying that this cannot be transferred to this person because I see that there is a virus in it. Like this, there are a few companies, not only the ICICI Bank, every organization has this firewall system. Every organization has a firewall system. So whenever we are sending the certain format, like kind of this letterhead, assume that my image, the header is having some virus, or the footer is having some virus, or this image is causing a problem, right? It is possible that image also can make the issue. So that's the reason sometimes whenever we receive emails into Gmail also, we do not receive correctly. And even in the company also, we are not going to receive some emails because it is always, this is kind of a wall. This is a wall before hitting my email. This wall is going to cross verify. Is this email has all the information proper? Is there any virus in it? In case if there is any virus, it will revert back. In case if there is no virus, then it will send it to the Rohit. So similarly, like classic letter, possible sometimes we might have a virus in the image because we have downloaded it from the Google or we have downloaded it from some site. So possible that there is a hidden virus might be there. So in that scenario, this emails does not work. In this scenario, the emails does not work. If I wanted to send this person official email ID, then I need to implement my own custom email template. So that's the reason in the real time, most of the times we do not go with the HTML using classic letter. We always go with the custom one without using the letter header. If there is an internal email communication or very rare scenarios, you will see that we will go with the HTML. That too, the client is going to give you all the information. If they feel that they want the HTML template, they will give that header and footer kind of a format, they will give it. But that is not for every client. Most of the client, like a real-time client, like you are selling some automobile, or you are selling a cell phone, or you are selling anything, right? So those kind of a people, they always want their custom template instead of going with the HTML. Very rare scenario, you will see that who are going with the HTML using classic letter. So that's the reason we have a concept called custom without using a letterhead. So by using this approach, we can prepare the email template with attractive look and feel without using the letterhead. So whatever you need, like a styling, images, or whatever you wanted to place it, you instead of putting a image from the document, you can load the image that is client has provided from you. So client will take it from their own site and they will cross-verify all the details, hidden details for that image, and they will give you those images. So those images you can place it. So which is possible using the custom without using the letterhead. Now to make the content look like attractive, we have to use a HTML programming. That means before what I did, I have used few things as a bold, right? This is a bold one, and which has a different color. This is also bold one, which has a different color. This is also bold, which has a different color. This is also bold. So like this, you can make in the custom also by using the HTML tag. So if you want to make it as a italic or a bold format or a break or whatever you wanted to put it as a hyperlink or anything you wanted to add it, you can everything do it using the HTML programming. Most of the developers in the real time, they prefer to go for the HTML programming. Now, by using the HTML tags, we can make the email content attractive, which can be sent to any restricted network system. Now, let's take a use case. So configure the email template to notify the hiring manager upon assigning the new position record. Now there is a position record which I'm assigning to the hiring manager. That means, now let me go to the Salesforce. Now I'm opening up the position. So there is a position that I'm getting opening up. And this new position I'm assigning to the hiring manager. So whenever I assign new position to the hiring manager, I want to send an email to this hiring manager saying that there is a position that is assigned to you. Now go ahead and look at that position and bring the people in the company and close this position on time. So for that, I need this kind of I need to implement an email template. I need to implement an email template. Subject is new position assignment notification. Now here I have a position name. Now the next one is position ID. The reason I'm giving a position ID here, sometimes the same position will open in Hyderabad, same position will open in Bangalore. Let's assume that Salesforce Lightning position. Let's assume Lightning position is open. Lightning position is open in Hyderabad, Bangalore. Now, just by giving the position name, the hiring manager cannot know that which location or which one. Now, instead of giving here location, what I have done is given the ID so that the person can directly go to that particular ID. Now, here email content, dear hiring manager, we have a below position open in the organization and the details are position ID, position name, what is the location and how many number of vacations, what are the number of vacations, what is the status of position, what are the skills that are required. This is about the position details. Now, we are saying that please work on this and close the position on or before the date. The date where I'll get it, the date I'll get it from. In the position, we have a milestone date. In the position, we have a milestone date. So this milestone date is when it is going to end the position. In the position. Now let's go ahead and create a details. Now let me go to the classic email template. Now in this folder, you can see that so far we have created a new custom record, new lead record, and we have created an onboarding record. And this is standard one, which we have shifted it to this folder. So that's the reason on the custom folder, we are able to see few email templates. Now let me click on a new template. This time I'm going to select the custom. This time I'm going to select the custom email template without using the letterhead. Now by default, it has taken the Salesforce folder available for user. And this is, I'm going to create it for the hiring manager to intimate the hiring manager. So this is basically creating position record. Now the encoding, this is by default unique code, and the description is the same one. Now subject, the subject is new position assignment notification. New position assignment notification. Now I'll add the merge fields later. Click on a next. Now here I need a merge fields of the position name. So let's go for the position, object, position fields. Now I need a position name. Copy that and paste it. And also I have a position ID. So I'll take it as ID. Now here I'll paste this, okay, so what I'll do is I'll paste that same details, whatever we have. So this is the dealer. I'll paste it. Now dear account owner. Sorry, this is not the account owner. This is the hiring manager name. I think I copied the wrong one. Fine. So let me take it. Dear hiring manager name. So hiring manager name. So let me take this hiring manager, copy. So we have a below open position in our organization. We are pleased to inform you the below position details. Okay, so we have that's enough. I want to inform you, and I'll add the position details here. Position details. In the position details, I'll take the position ID, position name, position location, and number of vacancies. Say position status. So now let me take the position ID. Now we have a position ID here. And the position name. And then position location. I have a custom field position location. Copy this. Number of vacancies. Number of vacancies, let's copy. Position status. Copy this. And finally, let's add the skills also, skills required. Now, skills required. Now, this is the one. Let me add that. Okay. Now, finally, I'll say that. Thank you. I'll say that please work on the position and close the position. Close the position on or before. Now I have a position milestone date. I'll take the milestone date, copy. Let's keep that. That's it. Now click on a save, click on next. Now then click on a save. Now when I click on a save, what happened? Everything came into the kind of a paragraph. But how did we create it? We have given a lot of space, right? Each line there is a space and everything I have given. But this custom email template, what are the custom email template is? Everything it is showing as a kind of a paragraph. It is showing as a paragraph. Now if I click on edit HTML version, it is showing HTML version like this. But as soon as I click on a save button, it is showing me everything in the paragraph. If I send an email, it will go as a paragraph. And what I need to use is here, in order to make it beautification, I need to use the HTML tag. I need to use the HTML tag. So mostly the HTML tags, most of the HTML tags used in the email template is break tag in order to give a line break, and bold tag in order to make the text as a bold, and you can give the italic format in case if you want in the different format. And then we have an underline. If you wanted to give it as an underline hyperlink, right? If you wanted to give anything as an underline, and then we will use the font in case if you want to apply a color, font, size, anything specific. So whenever you are using the font, there are certain properties are available, like which font, what is a font name, like a Arial font, like There are different fonts are available. Color, which color you wanted to put it, red, black, blue, or yellow. What is the size of that font? And then similar like this, font face equal to Vardhana and color equal to red, size equal to 3. And inside this font, between this font, will give a certain message. So this message will be displayed in this face and in this color, and this is the size. Similarly, we have an anchor tag. Anchor tag is basically the hyperlink. So whenever you click on that link, if you want to open in the different tab or a same tab or in the new window, there are multiple options are available. Like when you are clicking on link on this email, if you want to open in the different tab, then you have to specify the target equal to blank. But in case if you want, whenever you click on this particular one, if you want to open in completely new window, in that case, you have to use target equal to _new. That means it is a new window. Now, in case if you want to open on click of that hyperlink, if you want to open in the same page, then in that case, you need to use target equal to self. When you say self, the page will be open in the same page. When you say _new, it will be open in the new window. When you say _blank, it will be open, the link will open in the next tab. Now, these are the mostly used HTML tags in the email template. So you can use other things also. There is no restriction that. So if you know more about the HTML tags, you can use those tags also. That's all fine. So now here, the position hiring manager name, I'll give it in the bold. So this is the starting of the bold. And let me give you the closing of the bold here. Now after that, I need a break. So I'll give a break. So 2 times I'll give the break here. Now, the next one is we have a below open position. Now here also I need 2 breaks. And then I have a position details. This position details, same as this, and I'll give it 2 breaks. And the position ID, I'll make it as a bold. And this is, I'm closing the bold here. And in case if you want a 1 break, you can give 1 break here. Position name also, I need a bold. Ending here the bold. And then I'm adding 1 breakpoint. Similarly, position location. So let's say that position location, also not in the bold, but I'll just put it as a break. And number of vacancies as it is. And position status. For this position status, what I'll do is I'll add a font, HTML tag called font. So we have an open font here and then closing font here. And then after that, I'll add a 1 breakpoint. Now in this font, there are few properties. Like I have a face equal to, I can give Vardhana. And then color, let me specify it as red. And then size, I'll specify it as 2. Done. That's I'm updating the font color and size for this status so that it will be highlighted. And the next one is the skills required. As it is, I'm keeping it here. And I'm adding the 2 breakpoints. Now, after adding the 2 breakpoints, now we have a milestone here. Milestone will be there. So for this milestone also, I'm adding the break and as well as I'm make it as a bold. closing the board, and adding the breakpoint. Thank you as it is. Now, let me add one more thing. So there is something called a link will be available with a link. There is every object has a link. Every object has a link. Now, if I give, for example, let's say that now I'll give here a few options for the anchor tag. So let me add the anchor tag also here. For this anchor tag, what I'll do is whenever they receive an email, whenever hiring manager receive an email, if they click on that link, it should directly open the position. Whenever I receive an email, if I click on any link in the email, it should directly take me to the position record. That I'm going to create it here. So please click on the link to view the position record. Now, ideally, what will happen whenever this hiring manager receives this email, they have to log into the Salesforce, right? Or they have to, if they have already logged into the Salesforce, they have to go to the position object and they have to open whatever this ID is there. They need to copy that ID and paste that ID in the URL. Instead of doing all those steps, what I'm doing is I'm giving a direct link here. I'm giving a direct link. So here I'll say href. Href is where I'm giving the link here. The link which I'm going to give here is exclamation position _ C dot link. Dot link. I'll explain what is that dot link. And then we have a target. We have a target. That means I wanted to, whenever they click on it, I wanted to open that in the next tab. Underscore blank. And in between this A tag, I'll say that click here. And this, I'll make it as a bold. Bold. Right? What I'm doing right now in the HTML, in the classic template, I'm adding the HTML tags. I'm adding the HTML tags. In case if you want in the signature also, if you want a bold, you can add the bold also here. I'm just adding the HTML tags. So this is how we add the HTML tags in real time also. Whenever you are creating the new email template, if you need this one, you can. If you need this one, you can add the HTML tags. So email us. Let me add hr@dell.com. Now this is my email. I have added the HTML tags here. In the custom email template, I have added the HTML tags. Now, if you see, it is showing me the proper format. Before it was, everything was in a paragraph. Right now, what it is doing, everything it is converted into the proper format. Now I have a certain information here. Now I did not add a break here. After the number of vacancies, it is directly showing me the position status. Let me edit. Position stay, number of vacancies. Let me add the break here. Click on save. Now I have all the information here. Now this thank you is directly coming from after this. Let me put a break there. Edit HTML text. Now here, let me add the break after the A tag. I'm adding the 3 breaks. Similarly, after thank you, I'm adding the break. Salesforce team, adding the break. This one here also. Let me click on save. Perfect. So now I have a proper format here. What I'll do is I'll click on a send, test, verify, merge. So which one we are testing right now? Position record we are testing. So let's go to the related record and let's click on a position. And let me take some position here. Which one has the data? Salesforce Lightning. Okay. So send, test, and verify merge fields. Click on position. Salesforce Lightning. Send email, click on OK. Once it is sent, okay, this is the one. Now let me go to the email. So this is how, dear Akash, what is happening here? This one, new position. Okay, so new position. Now I see here, image is not displaying, that is totally fine. Now what I wanted to focus is this one. Now if I click on here, so what it is going to happen, it is directly going to take me to the position record. Directly going to take me to the position record. What are the position record is there? That position record, it is going to take me. Now, did I give the URL here? I did not give the URL here. What did I give? I just gave the position dot link. Position dot link. I just gave the position dot link. I did not give any URL here. So remember this, every object has a link field. There is a link field, which is a hidden field. You cannot see this field. You cannot see this field. Every object has this link field. So by using this link field, what will happen? Whenever the user click on that particular link, whenever user click on that, it will directly take you to the URL along with the ID. It will directly connect your Salesforce org along with the object and then ID. So everything will be holding into the link field. So link field is a hidden field which is available for every object. You can use it wherever you need a link field. So by using that link field, automatically your URL will be built. Your URL will be built. So you can directly use that, and whenever the user click on that particular one, it will directly take you to the Salesforce and the object and that particular record. Now, can I find that link in the merge field? Is it available? Let me go ahead and select fields. I cannot see on the standard field. Link field is not available. In the custom field is also not available. So this is a hidden field. You cannot find it anywhere. So this is a hidden field. Only developer knows it. So use this link field. Automatically your URL will be built. You need not to give complete URL and the object and the record ID, everything into the href. So when you say here link, which will be automatically building your URL for that particular object and that particular record. Any questions on the HTML and custom without using the letterhead? Okay. So homework, configure an email template to notify the account owner upon creating the new opportunity. So email subject is new opportunity created for account name and the opportunity ID. Email content, dear account owner, and new opportunity is created in our organization. So what are the text is there? We are pleased to inform the below opportunity details. So opportunity ID, opportunity name, stage, annual revenue. And then we'll have a close date. So I'm informing that this account start working on this opportunity and close this opportunity before the close date. Close date also we have on the opportunity level. Thank you, Salesforce team, Dell, and then hr@dell.com. So this is the homework. Now, one more thing, just observe here. I'm getting here new HR. So this new HR is hiring manager name. New HR is hiring manager name, right? Position dot hiring manager. Ideally, position dot hiring manager, what will be there? It's a ID. Backend, it is storing the ID. But in the email template, in the classic email template, you can directly use that so that Salesforce itself is converting that ID of name, it is automatically brings it. So don't worry if it is storing at the backend ID also, right? So at the back of this, there is an ID that gets stored. If I'm querying this data, if I query this data, like if I go to the developer console, I'll open object position. So this is the position and click on ID, and then I need a hiring manager. Click on query, execute it. So hiring manager is actually it is stored in ID format, but Salesforce is automatically converting that ID to the name, and it is giving you the information in the format of name. So that's the reason you will see here instead of ID, you will see the hiring manager name. Now the next one is, before moving on, Lightning email template. Any question? Okay, so the next one which we have is Lightning email template. So right now I'm going to talk about the Lightning email template, where we can see if you go to the Salesforce, and if you search here by clicking on the 6 dot, which is the apps, you can see here email template. So I'm talking about this email template, Lightning email template. Lightning email template means this is the one. Lightning email template means it's an object. So in order to see the Lightning more information about the folder sharing, you need to enable the flag by going to the setup Lightning email template. That means if you want to see this, if you want to see this new folder and kind of a setting, if you wanted to see this, what you have to do is you have to enable the flag. So the flag is available. If you go to the setup and here search for an email template, now you will see Lightning email template also. So here by going to the Lightning email template, by switching on that flag, you will be able to see these two, new folder and the setting options, and you will be able to see these all email templates. That is the first step for the email template. Second one is you need to enable the content builder. You need to enable the content builder. Why do I need to enable the content builder? Because whenever I'm creating a new email template, I do not have an option to put a header or images or a footer or a button, or if I wanted to format it, beautify it, I cannot do it in the Lightning email template, right? In order to do that, what we have to do is we have to enable the content builder. We have to enable the content builder. How can we enable the content builder? In order to enable the content builder, you have to create a new permission set. You need to create a new permission set. So let's go ahead and create a new permission set. Now search here permission set. So let's say permission set. Create a new permission set. And the permission set name is Lightning email permission set. Lightning email permission set, and click on save. This is my permission set. We have already covered the permission set. What are those? Everything. So I'm just creating the permission set here. Yes, any questions? Okay, so inside the permission set, just go down and click on the system permissions. Click on system permissions. So in the system permissions, click on the edit button. Click on edit button and then search for a drag. Search for drag and then enable this. Search for a drag and enable this and click on a save. Create a new permission set, go to the system permissions, enable the access drag and drop content builder. Drag and drop content builder and click on a save button. So once you click on a save button, click on a save button. Now, let's go to the email template. Let's refresh. It is going to take certain time, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes of time. Now let me create a new email template here. Let's say that on creation of account, I wanted to send an email. So creating account record, creating account record. So this is my email template name, entity type, I'm using the account. And the description you can give, and the folder, if you wanted to select the private, you can choose the private, or if you want to go for the public, public is the better one so that everybody can access. And the subject is creating new account record. Creating new account record. Now click on a save. I just added my email template name and then I added the subject. I added the subject. Let me refresh. Still not available. Okay. Let me log in from the different. Okay. The reason why it is not showing, because I have not assigned the permission set. I need to assign the permission set to the user. So I just created the permission set, but I have not assigned the permission set. So let me add the permission set to DEC batch. So let's add this. Click on the next button and assign it. Now let me refresh. It should be coming now. Okay. So create a permission set and assign the permission set to user. Then only we can see that edit in builder. The steps which we have done for the Lightning email template is we switched on the email template folder sharing, and then we created a permission set and switched on the drag and drop content builder in the system permissions. And then we have to assign that permission set to a user. Then only they can see this edit builder. Now I can click on this edit builder. When I click on the edit builder, now let's close this. Now in the edit builder, certain information will be there. Now this side, it is going to give you the right side. It is going to, so basically this email template builder has three things. One is the left, and the center will be there, and the right side. So it is divided into the three divisions. So right side one, whatever you see here, it is mostly talks about the details and the styles. So basically, what is this style? Style is nothing but if you wanted to modify any background color. Right now, it is a kind of this color. And if you wanted to change this, so if you want to change this, click on OK. Done. So click on it, done. So if you want to change the background color, you can use that color. In case if you want background should be some kind of a different images or some URL you wanted, like you want the Salesforce images at the backside. So you can choose that image URL. So in case if you have an image URL in your system, you can click on this select from file. So what will happen is, in case if you have any images within the system, it is going to show you the certain images. And like, for example, if I have a Salesforce here or Swapna Salesforce, if I insert it, right? If I wanted to show that at the backside, so it will be kind of this, it is going to show the information. So the style is basically what kind of a background color. So that is about the right side. And then this side you have two options, which is a layout, and second one is a standard and layout. Now layout is basically which layout you wanted to go for it, like a 1 column layout, 2 column layout, or 1:3. That means a left side should be the shorter and right side should be the more, or left side should be the more or right side should be the less. So, or 3 columns or 4 columns, which are the column you wanted, you can go for it. So right now I'm going for the 1 column. So this is 1 column. As soon as I added the 1 column, immediately it is showing me the content information. It is showing the content information. Now it says that number of columns are 1, and the column by width, it is this, and whatever it is there. Now in case if you wanted to change the style of the background color, or if you want to change the middle, or if you wanted to change the center or a bottom or top, anything if you wanted to do, you can change here, right? So that is the options which are available here. Now the next one here, Let's assume that right now I wanted to place an image. So in the standard, you have a different option like a button, HTML. If you wanted to add a button, you can add a button. On click of the button, if you wanted to perform anything, you can perform it. And then we have a HTML. If you wanted to add any HTML tags, you can add the HTML. If you want to place any image, you can place it. And rich text, in case if you wanted to add a rich text, you can add it. So let's suppose I wanted to place an image. I wanted to place an image on the header. So this image right now, this is my image URL, right? So this is my image URL. Now, in case if I wanted to load some image URL, so I can upload my own image URLs. So directly if I can go to the header and I can upload it. I can upload it. So it is showing me the access bank. Now, in case if you want any alternate text, you can add it. If you want any URL to be placed here, you can place the URL. Style, the image width, if you want to be center, position, right side or left side, margin top, anything if you wanted to make a changes, you can make a changes. For now, I'm going for the as it is. And then after the header, I wanted to add rich text. I wanted to add rich text. Let's say that here the information, I'll say that welcome to the organization. Organization. Welcome to the organization. And then what I'll do is, this is my, I can add few more information. Like if I wanted to upload any image. So I can paste the image or I can use the Salesforce files. If I go for the Salesforce files, now if I wanted to upload an image, so I have a welcome image, I'll use the welcome image. So this is my welcome image. Okay, this is my rich text. Now similarly, I'll add a button at the below. So this is my button. Now on this button, whenever we click on this button, if we want, it should be redirected to the some place. It should be redirected to the a place. So I'll say that instead of this, I'll say that google.com, www. I'll simply say that google.com. Okay, so this on click of this button, I can take them to the Google. And in case if you wanted to change this icon styling or anything, you can change it here. Button text, if you wanted to change, you can change. Right, this is the family. So in case if you wanted to change the family, you can change it. This is the font size and the color is this. And the button color, in case if you wanted to change the button color, I'll go for the black. And button size, what are the button size if you wanted to decrease it, position, left, middle, whatever is there. So text I'm changing here. Click here to go. Click here to go. So that is my button text message and this is the URL. And in case if you wanted to add an image at the bottom, the footer, if you wanted to add, you can add the footer. So select from files, upload image. So the footer, click on the footer. Now the footer is available. Now let's click on save. Let's say that, for example, welcome to the organization. So I'll say here, the rich text, congratulations I need to specify the person name. I need to specify the person name here. So in order to specify the person name, if I need a merge fields, go to the bottom. Here I have a merge fields. Click on this merge field. And let's go to the account. I need an account information. So I'll go to the account name, insert. So congratulations. This is the person account name. Like this, if you want a merge fields, you can directly click on this and get this. So by clicking on this, you can search whatever the merge fields that you wanted. Like it is by default, it is displaying me the lead, contact, right? This information is already displaying the information here. But in case if you want a organization details or a sender details, right? Or if you want a account details, so you can go with the account details. Fine. So like this, you can get the information. Now click on is save. Now I have implemented the email template. Let's go back to the Lightning email template. And this is our email template. This is our email template. Now for testing purpose, now we have created the Lightning email template. For testing purpose, we do not have anything called a send or a test, send test or test the merge fields. There is no option is there. I cannot test the email template directly here. If I click on this arrow mark, I just have a delete option. I do not have any option here to test it. For testing purpose, we need to go to the different way. That means in order to test the email template, either you need to go for a Lightning flows or Apex or Lightning, right? Or if you want Lightning, or in case if you want workflows, so you can go with the workflows. By the way, workflows and process builder are deprecated. They are going to be, right now it is just a supporting, but it will be there for some time, but future it is going to be deprecated. It is already deprecated, but they have just kept it in case if there are any existing orgs are using workflows and process builder. Now, in case if you wanted to test the Lightning email template, these are the different options. Now, I do not want to create a Apex. I do not want to create a Lightning flow. I do not want to create a Lightning or a workflows. I need a other option because in order to test this, I don't know all of this. So is there any other way I can test it? So what you can do is you can go to the any account record. In the account record, open any account record. You have an option here, emails. You have an option here, emails. Click on this email option. It is going to give you this information, but if you observe this below, there is an attachment file, insert merge fields, and then you have a insert, create, or update template, right? Click on this insert template. It is going to open a template window here. In this template, you have a 3 options. In this template, you have a 3 options. Do you want to choose a classic template or a Lightning template? In the Lightning template, if you have stored into the private folder, you can choose here, My Lightning template. My Lightning template. So right now we have created a template called Creating Account Record. Now insert. Insert. So that my Lightning template will be displayed here. Now what I'll do is from this person, I'm going to send this. I'll say Samskar IT. This is the user. Okay, I'll click on it, send button. Email is sent. So you can also view here what is the email that's sent. So by clicking on that, you can see that, okay, this is the person, it sent the email. Okay, this is the email which went. Now, if I open my Gmail account, so support, it's coming from the support because from address is a support. Now here, creating an email. So Access Bank, congratulations, Salesforce. The reason is my account name is, where is the account name? So for this account name is Salesforce. Account name is Salesforce. So that's the reason I'm getting a congratulations Salesforce. That's the reason I'm getting the congratulations Salesforce. Welcome to the organization. So this merge field is automatically taken by the, which are the record you are using it. Based on that, it will be taken. Any questions on the Lightning email template? Now, if you click on this, click here to go, it will take you to the google.com. Why it is opening in the next tab? Because we have mentioned into the next tab. It will automatically take you to the next tab.
Swapna?
Yeah.
Now that we have Lightning template, do we still use classic template?
Yes.
No, what is the benefit? I mean, Lightning templates are much better, right, to create. And so if I have a Lightning template, do I have to still create a classic template?
No, if you have a Lightning template, you can use the Lightning template. That's not an issue. It's up to the developer what they wanted to use it.
I guess these Lightning templates are added new, right? They were not there before. Is it a new addition?
In this release, it was already available.
And these Lightning templates, they do not require object, right? We can upload from our our system to the file folder, Salesforce file folder, correct?
Right. So one thing which is not available yet in the Lightning template is, in case if you need a merge field of custom object, like you wanted to go for a custom object position status, or if you wanted to go for some other information like position details or hiring manager details, you cannot find those here. You cannot find those information here. It is available, but it is limited to the standard object, which is a contact account lead, not even opportunity.
But there is no harm in creating Lightning template, right?
You can go ahead. If your
okay.
requirement fulfills this, you can go ahead and create it. Any other questions on Lightning email template? Okay. So we have created the step 3 email template in Lightning. And then we clicked on the edit builder and we have added the related component on the builder and clicked on a save button. Homework, Lightning email template, configure a Lightning email template to notify the contact upon creating the new contact record. This homework is you need to do it in the Lightning email template. So the merge field that you are going to use it for the contact. So email subject is new contact is created. Content is you need to add a header. You can add any header. You can download it from the Google. Dear account owner, whoever is the account owner is there. On this contact, you will be able to get the account owner. And we are pleased to inform you what are the below contact, and the contact details are contact ID, contact name, contact phone, and then add the footer here. And then thank you, the Salesforce. This is the homework. See if you are able to get the account owner. Because account is also standard object, you should be able to get it. Now, that's all for today. So we have learned the creating letterheads. We have learned the creating HTML with using the letterhead. We have learned the custom without using the letterhead. And we have learned HTML tags that are used in the Lightning template. And then we have used the Lightning email templates. And this is the trial head. I think I have gave the yesterday. I'll just ping it this trial head link. Okay, so that's all for today.